Oh, hello. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're so much welcome. We're very happy you're here and we're very pleased that you've been able to join us. And if you're joining us from our YouTube channel, please say hello. If you're joining us from Facebook, say hello. And my name is Lydia. At RDB, I make sure that I give you information that's relevant to the labor market that's available here. So as we're waiting on people to join, I'm going to, I'm waiting on your comments. In the comment section, please let us know where you're from. If you're a student from University of Rwanda, University of Kigali, Akila, please let us know which university you're attending from. We're very excited. Today, I'm not the host. Today, Norbert, my colleague, is the host today. So I'm going to be welcoming him in a very few minutes to take us through today's session. So Norbert, you are welcome.
Hello, everybody. Hello, how are you doing? And we're glad to be back. We are back. It's been 2 weeks since we were last here, and we're live. We're live, and today we've got a special presentation for you guys. We've got two special people within us. But first of all, I just want to hear from you guys. How have you been? Please type in the chat box. Let us know how you are. Again, I'm Norbert Karimera, Labor Market Specialist at RDB. And please, so just let us know how you've been, where you're joining from. And today, basically, we'll be talking about the professional internship program within Rwanda. So that's a national professional internship program in Rwanda. And we have two special panelists. One is called Geoffrey Nambara, who's the internship specialist here at RDB, and he coordinates all the interaction between the interns and the companies, but also getting you guys into that database. Geoffrey, can you please say hello to our good audience here, and just tell them a bit more about yourself before we jump into the session?
Hello, hi everyone. It's my pleasure. My name is Geoffrey Nambara. I'm working in RDB as an internship program specialist. It's my pleasure to thank you for your participants. Thank you. I'll be waiting now to switch on the presentation and maybe go in details.
Thank you very much, Geoffrey. And now our second panelist, and this is a very interesting one because he actually went through the internship program back when it had just started. I think it was 2011. I'll allow him to correct me if I'm wrong. But back in the day when the internship program had just actually started, he went through it, and now he's at AB Bank. He has a very good, successful story that he will share with us, and also share with us some exciting stories about other interns that AB Bank were able to take on. He is now, believe it or not, he's the human resource manager there. So this is the guy you guys should be actually talking to. This is the guy you should be knocking on the door and asking him for an internship opportunity. But so listen very carefully, listen to the advice that he has to share with you, and hopefully you pick something from it. And again, feel free to ask your questions, drop them in the chat box, and I'm sure you'll have lots of questions for this gentleman called Fidel Gando. Fidel, if you can go ahead and just introduce yourself before we jump in.
Okay, thank you so much, Norbert. Thank you, Lydia, for having me. I'm called Fidel Gando, as my colleague Norbert said. Currently working as head of human resource here at AB Bank. At AB Bank, we have so many interns from RDB in partnership of RDB. So what we are going to talk about, I think we are going to have a time to go in deep. I myself was hired as an intern in this professional internship program. I had the time to grow, and I'm currently heading a department which is Human Resource Department That's why among the tasks that I was working on was to do a partnership with RDB to support young generation to get the experience, to be exposed to the markets. Yeah, I think we have a time to talk about it. Briefly, that's about me, Fidel, and currently Head of Human Resource at AB Bank Rwanda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fidel. Thank you. I think you've heard it. We'll hear more from you and your story and just how AB Bank facilitates this problem. And also we'll hear from Geoffrey. Just before we go ahead and I just give over to Lydia to say something before we jump into the presentations, I just wanted, the reason why we've decided to do the professional internship program in Rwanda today is because from the last two sessions, there were several questions coming out asking about how entry level, how does one get in, how does one get an opportunity, especially when most of these applications are asking for 3 years, 4 years experience, and you're just a fresh graduate. So this is actually why, this is one of the reasons why the professional internship program was brought in to kind of mitigate that gap, that where you're fresh from school, but they're already asking you for experience. So with this internship program, you get to gain experience, and a lot of interns even go on and start working for the companies that they interned in, which you will hear more about. But basically, this is, so we heard you, we heard your queries, and this is why we're bringing to you the professional internship program. Lydia, you have anything else to add before we jump straight into the session?
Yes, no, but just to say, as we're still welcoming people from different areas, I've seen people from University of Kigali, hello, University of Rwanda. We are very happy. We are very excited that you're here, and I hope this session is great. Now, I want to just say that these sessions, so far, this is our third session. Our first session, we talked about resume writing. And the next session, we talked about how you make your presence online and how you write your cover letter, making your presence. Now, the reason why we keep doing these sessions is we want you to position yourself in a place that you are not lost. Your talent is there. Your talent can easily be found. Now, this session, so we want you to always follow Skills Rwanda on YouTube, on Facebook, subscribe, because we don't want you to miss out on any at all, like any opportunity. We always want to give you the info points. You can join, and if you're joining us and you've been maybe if you're not able to join us during the live session, these sessions are still on the platforms. They're available on Skills Rwanda YouTube channel, so you can always view them, and they're also available on Facebook page. You can also view them. So we're very, very happy, and this session is going to be, I hope it's very informative. Ask so many questions as you want, and we want you to be ready for the opportunities when they come, and we also want you to know where the opportunities are. So the National Professional Internship program is here for you as a young Rwandan, to make sure that you can advance and step forward in your career, gain that experience. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So we're very happy. Please, in the comment section, I can see all your comments. Like, comment, tell us what you're expecting today, tell us where you're from. If you're in Karongi, please let us know. From University of Kigali, from UR, from Vatel University, please let us know. We want to know where you're tuning in from. Now, I'll give it back to you, the host.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you very much. And I think we shouldn't waste any more time. I think me and Lydia have basically covered most of the pleasantries, the introductions. And so without further ado, I think I'll bring to you Geoffrey Nambara to tell us more about the professional internship program.
Thank you very much, Norbert, for giving me this opportunity to talk more about the professional internship program. This is an opportunity offered to fresh graduates to acquire experience and, of course, apply the required through formal education at a firm or an organization for a fixed period of time. Well, we all know that the ultimate goal of the education, of course, is the ultimate goal of education is unemployment, but due to lack of experience among fresh graduates, it always becomes difficult to fit on the labor market. So the government of Rwanda, after realizing the gap that on the university products, so they introduced this program in 2009, purposely to help the fresh graduates to acquire at least the practical skills so that they can fit on the labor market. So the current professional internship programs operationalize workplace learning policy and also other policies like national skills development and employment promotion strategy to promote, of course, employability skills so that the graduates can really have all the required skills to at least basic skills to fit on the labor markets. It was really challenging, and we managing this program, we can testify that when you see the graduates, the fresh graduates, like on the labor market, some of the graduates have different backgrounds. So before maybe having this program of the internship, it was always difficult, and it is still difficult to those who haven't a chance of at least attend or do this internship. We have success stories, of course, of the fresh graduates who benefited the program, and I think I'll also mention it during my presentation. So briefly, I'll also talk on the eligibility. I will also mention on the eligibility. All fresh graduates, Rwandan fresh graduates are eligible. So the program considers graduates from high learning institutions, from a bachelor's degree, or maybe master's if you have a continuity, and then even the PhD. I've been watching in our database. We have 2 PhDs and over 500 master's degree. I mean, interns with the master's degree. So I will maybe go in details. We also consider the TVETs, those who have advanced diploma from the IPRACs and TVETs. Advanced diploma with RA, like advanced diploma, not the bachelor's degree. So whoever is a Rwandan and have got these qualifications, he or she is eligible for the program. So previously we've been doing this interns applying, they were applying online, but the rest of the process of selecting contract signing with the host institution that I will mention in my presentation, or the MOU signing, they are all done manually. But now Rwanda Development Board has now automated all the procedures slightly from applying for internship, requesting interns, here I mean the hosting institutions, selecting interns on our side from Rwanda Development Board, contract and MOU signing are now automated to improve the service delivery. Of course, we learned to automate all the process from our experience, from maybe the complaints from the interns, from the hosting institutions. So we automated the program so as to deliver, to improve on our service delivery, efficiency, and of course, effectiveness, implementation, of the program. So here I will talk briefly on the eligibility, like hosting institution. I mentioned here hosting institution. I also mentioned on the side of the interns, if the institution has to request maybe fresh graduates, has to request interns, what are the eligible and what are the procedures? What are the eligibility and the criteria for, of course, requesting, and also the procedures of signing the contract and all. So, first of all, we have to, the institution have to work in a favorable environment, very safety, to help interns acquire practical skills in terms of area of specialization. Here, I mean if an intern may be specialized in marketing, we make sure the institution has that department. So when we press interns to that specific department. If someone specialized in finance, of course, we deploy them in finance department. So we look at the working environment of the institution. Again, we also look whether the institution fulfills the requirement. So we also look whether the institution ability to provide interns with qualified experienced supervisors. For example, if you have deployed institution to be mentored, then we make sure they also accord you a very qualified and experienced supervisor, of course, in that specific department. If you are deployed in marketing, maybe departments, we make sure the institution accords you experienced good marketeer to mentor you, of course, in your tenure. Again, you have to look at the occupational health and safety standards at the workplace. Lastly, we have to ensure that this institution is registered, officially registered. Maybe, for example, if it is in RDB, when it comes to NGO, we look at Rwanda Governance Board and also other bodies having in their mandate register those specific institutions. So we have to verify whether the institution has all the requirements, and then deploy interns. Here I mean, when new institution requests interns, we have to go there, we have to verify everything, all this I have listed here, and we start our partnership after verifying that whether institution have fulfilled all the requirements. So on the side of the intern now, one has to be Rwandan by nationality, whether maybe studied here in Rwanda or abroad, but the only condition is being a Rwandan. That is number one. Number two, one also has to be a graduate from higher learning institution. I mentioned it. From is a diploma or advanced diploma. Again, the internship application, we have recently revised the internship guidelines. Now the validity for the application is 1 year. So so the orientation period in internship system is only 1 year. Two, again, when the interns, when the interns or when the applicants or when fresh graduates secure an internship opportunity, maybe let me first mention the selecting criteria so that I present chronologically. Here we select interns in our database. Of course, they apply, and I will share the link. I will share my screen so you look at the link where you can go and then register. So we have here and press you when you have an opportunity. So, but here when fresh graduates secures an internship opportunity in private companies or maybe public institutions that are in a country, we give it a priority for a priority in a placement. So means here we press you directly without considering the principles that we follow while selecting interns. The principle is simple, is first come, first served. But of course, we look again at the areas of specialization. If maybe we have interns in finance and the institution, when institution requests, of course, they set criteria for us to select in the database. Here, I'll give an example, like the institution may request 5 interns in finance, specialized in finance, 2 in accounting, marketing, mining, and so on and so forth. So we select following the criteria set by the institutions, by the host institutions. And of course, following the principle of first come or first served. Unless you have secured an internship opportunity in the private sector, companies, NGOs, or public institutions that in provinces, in a remote area, if I may say. So,
Mr. Geoffrey.
Yes, yes.
If we can have a bit of a conversation here. You talked about how when this internship program started. Can you tell us about, since it started, how many interns have been placed so far, so that our listeners also, they're listening and saying, okay, I could be part of the number of people who can get a chance to be part of this.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Since this program in 2009, so far we registered the 24,732 in our database. Out over 24,000, now 60%. No, we managed now to press 13,894.
Wow, 13,000. That is a really big number. So you know that a program is really here to benefit the Rwandans when it's really this big. Just another. Yes, absolutely. So when coming back to what you said of making sure that these young people, these graduates, are part of the database. So how do they get into the database?
Before maybe guiding them how they can apply in our database, I can't also forget to mention that out of 13,000, now 60% are employed. They got direct employment
Wow.
contracts in their respective institution. I'm happy Fidel is also among the panelists. He's the one actually taking the big number.
That's good. That's really good. Yes.
So
how can the people access this the internship program? Where do they go through?
I think in my presentation I didn't mention that we also consider whom it may concern, not testimonials, like for the students who have completed all the school requirements and maybe someone is waiting for a graduation. So if we have that specific paper mentioning that someone, Geoffrey, has completed all the coursework, including research, is now waiting for a graduation, can also apply. He or she is eligible. So where now and how to apply? You go to RDB website. That is RDB. Maybe I'll put it in the comment here in the chat. You visit RDB website. That is at www.rdb.rw, and then you go to e-services. E-services. Then you scroll down on the interface. There is apply for internship. When you go there, you register as intern. You do interns registration. The only requirement is the paper, a degree, or maybe to whom, or diploma. The rest is you just upload the paper. The system is connected to NIDA, and then you just put there your ID number. All the information comes, out, and then you attach the degree. As simple as that. The form that you fill is very simple. Put there your ID, and then you upload your degree, and that is all. Thank you.
Well, you had it. So it's a very simple system that you can access through the RDB website. We will be sharing the links to RDB website if you don't know, but you can just go to Google and type in RDB, and you'll be there. You'll be directed to what did you say? Was it recruitment?
No.
E-services.
E-services, then apply for internship.
Exactly. So it's very simple. It's a very simple process. I don't know if but did you want to come in here and also complement this conversation?
No, I think Geoffrey covered pretty much the bulk of it. I think we would just wait for the questions that the audience would have. Geoffrey, were you quite satisfied? Anything else you'd like to add? If not, then I think maybe we can move on to Fidel and then jump into the questions that the panelists might have.
I didn't mention on the benefits of the internship. Apart from maybe mentioning the percentage that benefited from the program and also those who got the employment, but this program is very crucial, especially to fresh graduates, like gaining the entrance, the skills that will help you to enter on the labor market. Most of the companies, private companies, you have seen advertisements, you have seen whatever, they all require someone to at least have the basic skills. So this program has supported a lot to acquire these skills. And the when someone undergo this program, of course, you will gain the valuable experience. You can also explore your career path. Remember, you are working besides the very experienced person. So sometimes when you perform well, they will really consider you. They will really give you a contract. Again, they also helps you to apply the theoretical knowledge you got from your high schools, your universities. Also, you can easily build a professional network. Fidel knows better. And again, lastly, it's only one way, is a way, very cost effective to help you transit from the internship program to the labor market or to the employment somewhere. Here I'll maybe touch base on the side of the institutions. Remember, I'm sure there are some companies, there are some private institutions that are here now following our presentation, watching us. Recruitment is very expensive. Recruitment is very expensive. It takes time. Again, someone may impress you on the panel, and then you consider him or you give him a contract. But when someone joins you maybe 1 or 3 months in employment, you get disappointed. So internship program is really the best way of selecting the best talents, the good talents, high performers, high younger graduates that you can easily retain. Remember, government is supporting the program by providing stipends to interns. So you can stay with them in the period of 6 months while evaluating their performance, you see? So when someone is performing well, you can easily give them a contract without undergoing through recruitment, headhunting, which is costly and also time consuming. And maybe you end up get disappointed. Thank you.
I think just another question that I just had that came to my mind right now is with the whole COVID pandemic since last year, how has this affected the internship program and the ability for private companies to take on interns? Maybe, Geoffrey, you can just shed some light there.
Thank you very much, Norbert. Apart from the private companies, even the public institutions, they now working. Some are working from home, others are working from based in the offices. I think the rate now is 30% are based in the offices. So it affected much the internship program because remember they need to have facilities. For example, like laptops. To work from home is really not easy to interns because they don't have these handsets, maybe sophisticated handsets, laptops, internet. So working from home is really difficult. So we had a big number dropping, and we are now trying to see when we can recover, but it affected a lot the program. Thank you. Maybe
Okay.
before you come in, apart from the health sector, of course, the health sector continued requesting because of I think, the period we are experiencing, but other sector, health sector and agriculture actually continued requesting interns. Actually, the number increased in those two sectors, but other sectors, the numbers were slightly goes very down. We are now recovering. Thank you.
And then just before we go on to Fidel, I just had one because we're just listening to the data that we have. We have an influx of students. Students want to get jobs. Student graduates want to work, want to contribute to the economic development of the country. So they're there. But the problem that we face, I think, is that there's no employers. And what message do you have to employers? How can we get employers on this platform so that they can start taking on these ambitious, hungry, and willing to work interns that we have? What message can you give them?
Thank you, Norbert. I think this requires institutions, private institutions, to own the program, because the one thing I may mention, these graduates, they have skills. They can support the institutions. For example, remember the government is giving some stipends. That is number one. Number two, the private institution has to consider the corporate responsibility factor, because if you have, actually, I may say in brief that we are going to encourage more institutions, and microfinance institutions have now turned up to support the program, to support actually and own the program. We are now in the mining sector. We are in the health sector. They understand where they want to support. They want to support fresh graduates. They want to train them. Some of the institutions even provide top-up to the hosted interns in different, of course, fields. But what I can tell the private sector is that this program is very instrumental to their businesses. As I said, one, you train them just 1 month or 2 weeks. Remember, these are fresh graduates. They are very smart. They are not like illiterate. So you train them 1 month, and then they support your business beyond even your expectation. I have realized that. Also have one in my office, but it's very, 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 very interesting. It's a very good. Number one.
That's a wonderful.
Number two, when you have them, you cut the cost. I think Fidel mentioned it. If you've been employing maybe someone, you're paying taxes, you see you paying insurance, you paying what, like in the startup companies, this program is supporting a lot. You can have them for the period of 6 months without maybe paying all those obligations of the government, and then maybe you consider them at the end of the internship. It's not mandatory that when you request them, you give them permanent contract. No, you select the best performers. That is number one. Number two, maybe they don't know that we also train for them. Before sending interns or deploying them to institutions, we have to induct them. We have to tell them organizational behavior, do's and don'ts, and what they are supposed to do in that respective institution. So we can train them in basic skills and work readiness before even we deploy them to an institution. So I really encourage private companies, private institutions to exploit this opportunity that we offer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey. That was a wonderful presentation. And just to remind our viewers that this is an opportunity that you can take advantage of. And as we are, I'm going to thank you so much, Mr. Geoffrey. There are a few questions in the chat, and we'll get to them. Please keep sending in your questions. We'll get to them in a few minutes in the Q&A session in about a few minutes. Right now, let's have Mr. Fidel. Fidel is from AB Bank. He's a human resource. And one thing I keep mentioning here is that you notice that we like to bring in people who have the experience. People who have experience, people who've been there and are here to tell you what is on ground, what is working. And thank you, Mr. Fidel. Please tell us about yourself and the internship program, how it's benefited your organization, how many interns you've taken in so far, and how they've been helpful. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Regia. Thank you, Geoffrey and Norbert, for the good presentation on the side of Geoffrey. Actually, maybe starting from introducing myself, I'm Fidel from AB Bank Rwanda. I'm currently working as head of human resource, where I oversee the strategic arrangements and the operation efficiency of the bank's human resource. I started my career as a secondary school teacher for more than 3 years. Then I moved to banking as a training officer. I got promotion from training officer to senior learning and development officer, from senior learning and development officer to running and development manager. And then in 2018, I was appointed as head of human resource here at AB Bank Rwanda. Briefly, this is my experience. I've been in HR for more than 8 years, mostly here at AB Bank and other institutions. So going direct to professional internship, which is the discussion the topic that we are discussing, I will start with actually introducing what is AB Bank. So AB Bank here, our mission is to improve the access to financial services for Rwandan businesses and their own in a sustainable and efficient way. So mostly we have about employee more than 250 staff located from different branches and head office. So in the internship program, so we started this, we partnered with RDB in this professional internship in November 2019. This is the date when we signed the MOU with Rwanda Development Board on professional internship program. And then in December, we just recruited the first generation from RDB, so it was 20 interns. So far, we have recruited more than 110 interns. 15% of them, they are now our employees with full-time employment contracts. 29% are still doing the internship, and 40% actually they completed the internship, but because they didn't meet the expectations, so we have decided to not consider them as employees. And then 6% of them dropped out for different reasons. Some they got other employment during the internship program. Other they got scholarship to continue their studies, and other they do actually the reason was personal, so they didn't mention the reason to us. With this internship program, I think what Geoffrey, my colleague from RDB, mentioned about the recruitment process. I will start with if we need an intern, we just talk to RDB, and then they give us a list of interns. So far, Geoffrey mentioned that the intern can apply online, and then we have also an employee account where we can request interns from RDB. After requesting interns from RDB, we do our own interview just to make sure that the interns are committed, willing to do the internship. So after doing our own interview, we then do a 1 month onboarding training. So, because remember, you are coming from different university, we have to train them. We have to let them know about their responsibility. We have to train them about some soft skills. And we have, again, to do the case studies. Remember, this is about internship, but you are at the same time looking for experience. So that's why we have to do this 1 month classroom training. And then after the classroom training, each intern is assigned to a buddy that the intern can have an opportunity to learn from the buddy. Buddy is someone who is experienced in the specific position. And then after that, the interns, they are given tasks to perform, target to achieve. And so after 6 months, we came back and do evaluation. So how did you perform against the targets that you were given? So those who achieved the targets, like let's say at 70%, they normally got a employment contract, automatic employment contract, open-ended employment contract. Those who didn't perform well, who didn't meet the expectations. So after 6 months, we just give them a certificate, and then and we train them. They have been trained and they have been exposed to apply the skills that they learned from school and from the classroom training. And then if they didn't perform well, we can recommend them to some other institutions, and we can keep them in the pipeline. Maybe if we have other position which they can be a good fit. So again, we have, as I say, we have recruited more than 110 interns. So 50% of them, they are now our employee. So they have employment contracts. So, which is a good thing. So for us, all the interns that we are recruiting, we assure them 100% if they perform well, they will get an employment contract. Even if the 40% who didn't get the employment contract, it's not because we don't have the position to give them. It's because their performance is quite low to the standard we are looking for. For employee, what we are benefiting from as an employer, as we are benefiting from this program, it's cost efficient, as my friend Geoffrey mentions. Let's say we have 110 interns. So instead of giving them like the full salary, RDB is contributing 50K per month. So if you look at 50K per month times 100 interns times 6 months, it's around 30 million that we are saving for this because of this professional internship. Again, it's a cheap recruitment. You know, recruitment, we are spending a lot of money in the recruitment. For example, advertising for any position, we get charged around 50,000 Rwandan francs. Again, doing the recruitments, it takes times, but RDB helps us to filter, maybe depending on the requirement that we have set for the specific position. What I can say, again, from those interns who have been recruited, the employee who got the employment contract from internship, Some of them have started getting promotion. So we have internal career path. Everyone is promoted based on their performance. So those interns, some of them have been promoted to higher position, and those who are potential, who have the potential to be managers, supervisors, we always put them under another senior development program. So again, it's cheap workforce, as I mentioned. We have enough time to assess the capability and their willingness to perform the job, which means that during 6 months, we have to look at the attitude, we have to look at the competence, we have also to look at the discipline of the interns. Are those people really disciplined? Are they willing to perform? Are they committed to do the work? Are they trainable so that maybe we can consider them for higher position? So those are the things that we're really looking at. And as I mentioned, in addition to what RDB is giving, we also provide another salary to interns, a monthly salary. And we do also provide transport and communication. There is also a bonus, a performance-based bonus. So some of the interns are getting a bonus, a monthly bonus. I'm insisting on this. So it all depends on your performance. If you are really a good performer, there is 100% chance that you will get an employment contract with us. There is 100% chance that you will be promoted to higher position. And there is 100% chance that maybe you can also be transferred to another position, higher position, because you are performing well. So briefly, that's what I can say. Among the interns that we are having from RDB, so we have seen some very talented people and who are really doing a great job and who are committed, and with a good attitude. Skills can be learned. Addressing to you fresh graduates. So skills can be learned. That's why we don't really, for us here at AB Bank, we don't really care about the field of study, because we also have to train you 1 month classroom training. Whether you did tourism, you can be hired as an intern here in AB Bank, where you did, because I myself, I did agriculture economics and agribusiness, and I got that opportunity of being an intern in one of the institutions. And then I moved to education, where I started as a teacher. And then I did a lot of training, a lot of, I attended a lot of development program. And then I was moved from teaching position to the head of department in human resource. So we rely on individual competence, individual commitment. If you are really committed, if you are really willing, and you think that you fulfill the requirement, as Geoffrey mentioned, you can always approach us, and we will always recommend you. We will ask you RDB to give you among the top priority. I think that's it's around Geoffrey. So we can always recommend you. So those who are following us online and they think they are really committed and they fulfill the requirements, write it in the chats, visit our websites, visit my office. I will be happy to receive you. And again, I would like to share with you that we are hiring 25 interns in this month. So I've already talked this with Geoffrey. So those who are following us and they fulfill the requirements, maybe it's your time. So please approach RDB, come to our office. We'll be happy to see if you are committed and willing, then you can be given that chance. Yes, I think that's the end. That's what I have to say. Now I can now give the floor to Reggie and Norbert as the hoster for the next session, for the next, I don't know if it's question and answer. They will be guiding us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Fidel. I hope you guys in the audience are smiling like I am, because 25 interns at one go is not an easy task for private companies, especially in these conditions, to take on. But I just want to commend AB Bank for that. And I hope other companies also follow suit with that. But that's something very great to hear. And you can see I'm smiling from ear to ear just hearing that. Just before we jump onto the questions, I think maybe Lydia, maybe you'd like to also comment on just what we just heard right now. And I mean, just to the audience also, you heard Fidel. He came from agricultural background as an agricultural graduate, and now he's the head of HR in a top microfinance company in Rwanda. So it really doesn't matter what you did. Don't be shy away that you did a course that is not marketable in this day and age. Just still apply and everything will go well. Lydia, on to you.
Thank you so much, Norbert. Thank you so much, Fidel, for the wonderful information. I didn't know that you'll be hiring 25 interns this month. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you know you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, please head over to the RDB website, go to e-services, check the internship, and please make your application. If you feel, because I did see someone from the comment section, can you get to AB Bank? You want an internship there? Mr. Fidel has just said it. Check out their website, or you can contact them. Reach out to these people on LinkedIn. So if you're not on LinkedIn yet and you're here, my friend, make progress.
You had ample enough time to join. Please don't waste your time anymore. Join.
Yes, please use LinkedIn to connect with all these professionals that we keep bringing, and they're presenting different opportunities. And yes, like Fidel said, you may be pursuing agriculture, or you're in the TVET section, electrical engineering. There are opportunities everywhere, and you're not stuck in one place. No, if you say you can be an engineer and still be a musician. So allow yourself that flexibility, be trainable, be teachable, have that great attitude towards work, so that every kind of work that you put before you is really important, and you do it to the maximum, and opportunities will just follow you along. So thank you so much, Mr. Fidel. And no, but I think that's all I had to comment. We can head over to the comment section as we wrap up this session. Please let us know what you've learned today. If you need any further information, don't hesitate to write to us at skillsrwanda@rdb.rwa. We will be happy to receive your questions, even in the comment section. Please keep commenting. Even when this session ends, we'll be following up to answer your questions. Reach out, and we are always here to respond to your needs and make sure you find the best opportunities out there. Over to you, Norbert.
Okay, I think we've got 7 minutes left. I think we can jump straight into the questions, Lydia. We close off with those, just a few questions here and there, and then I think we can wrap up.
Okay, let's see how many questions we have available, and I'm happy to read them out. Let's see. Most of the things are about comments. This is Ivan Mugisha. I'm a recent bachelor degree graduate with an advanced diploma in civil engineering as well. The RDB internship portal would not allow me to submit my application. How can you assist/recommend me? Mr. Geoffrey, do you have any response to Ivan? I think you're on mute.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Sometimes during application, there is a link there where you submit your actually the difficulties you have met while applying. So our advice to send just an email. There is our contacts there. There is also an email. So we support. We have a team that is responsible for that. We really check the reasons why, maybe the application failed, and then we select, I mean, we correct, we support, we check. It might be there is also another issues of like submitting more than or twice, or more than one time, and then the system keeps stating some actually rejecting that application. So we better advise to submit just a claim via the email there on the website. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Geoffrey, for that response. Yes, you had it. If you're having any problems, please reach out. And you can write as well at Skills Rwanda if you're having any challenges, so that you can be facilitated around. And I think this is a question that was responded to in our conversation, but no, but do you want to handle that one?
Okay, yeah. So he's basically saying, hi, my name is Ndahayo Ezekiel. I am an undergraduate student at the University of Rwanda, but I would like to ask, do you offer internship to every intern regardless of their professionals? Geoffrey, again, you want to jump onto that one?
The answer is yes. We consider all specializations. Either you maybe studied here in Rwanda or abroad, so long as you are Rwandese. Thank you.
So there you have it. Like, give you a perfect example. Somebody did agriculture and went into banking. So it really doesn't just apply, and you should be sorted.
It looks like we're having internship, having internet issues, but hope everyone is back now. Sorry about that. Was this question responded to?
Yes, I believe it was.
Okay, great. And then we have here, I just want, this is not a question, it's a comment. This is Emable Rigamba, and he's telling us that Musanze Employment Service Center is ready to facilitate graduates for registration and negotiation for professional internship. So if you are in Musanze, a very beautiful place of Musanze, please go and find the Musanze Employment Service Center. They'll be able to help you through the recruitment journey, through application for the professional internship. So you're having you don't have to move to Kigali. Yeah, so there's an employment service center in Musanze. Go there and they'll be able to help you. And as we are wrapping up, so many questions are coming up, but let's look through these ones and see. So if they may ask, this is Vedaste is asking, we are together, but I may ask, so why some interns take a long time to get internship admission, for example, those who applied in 2019 until now. Now, I don't know if you had this, Vedaste, but we said that this internship program is first come, first serve, and due to the flux of very many people needing to be placed, sometimes it could take long. And also, given the COVID pandemic, we had a setback, but I'm sure you can keep track. I don't know if Geoffrey, you had something to add on to that.
Actually, Lydia, you answered it, but I can maybe add on. Placement, I have told you during my presentation that institution sets a selecting criteria. For example, if someone specialized in finance, in accounting, so you may find there are some areas of specialization where the demand on the labor market is very limited. That is number one. So you may find maybe those specializations don't have institutions that are requesting them. That is number one. Number two, again, we place according to the opportunities that we have secured in different institutions. So we experienced the COVID program. So that's why actually the application took longer in our database, but we are in a recovery process, and At least you have heard that AB Bank and other big institutions have now started requesting. So there is a big chance of again pressing them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey, for that response. And let's see how which other question that we have. Oh, these are really good comments and good questions. So Innocent is asking, what do you do for an internee when he or she leaves the internship? For example, when there is a reason to stop. Mr. Fidel, could you mind coming in here and telling us how do you handle such situations?
Thank you so much, Ridia. When an intern leaves the internship during internship program, let's say before completing the 6 months, we normally pay them the work days. If the interns, actually we pay them every month. If the interns resign during the month, we just count the number of work days and we pay them equivalent money. And again, we do give them certificates. Of course, the certificate is not for a whole 6 months, but again, for the worked days. If it's 2 months, the certificate will show that you have worked for AB Bank for the period of 2 months. So that's what we normally do. Again, I saw maybe Alphonsine Mukai in the comments. I guess she is from Kavem. So, because Alphonsine, I have your contacts. Then I will share with you mine. So don't worry. I will write an email to you because we chat long time ago when we were looking interns from the University of Rwanda. So I don't know if you remember because I've recognized you.
That's great. See, that's very wonderful that you actually remembered the person and they stand a chance now. We do have one last question from Dewo. Dewo is from Tureme Youth Coordination Center in Goyo District. We had professional interns last year, but then they didn't get their internship allowance from RDB. Please, Dewo, could you send us more information about these interns that didn't get their remunerations? Yes, send us an email at skillsrwanda@rdb.rw so that we'll be able to help you. So you will see the email is scrolling down there. So please give us the information of those people who were not given their remuneration, and then we can fix this problem. And thank you very much. I think if we do not have any other question, I say we can wrap up the session. This has been a very productive session. And I would like to thank every one of you who have stayed with us until this particular moment. We're trying to keep this maximum to an hour, and it's already 5 now. And we are very, very happy that you've been able to join us. If your question or comment wasn't responded to, please send us an email at skills@rdb.rw. We'll be able to respond, and we'll again go back to these questions and comments, and we'll be able to find you a response. I'll give it back to our host to tell us our next steps. What should we do? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lydia, and thank you very much to our panelists, Fidel and Geoffrey. I think this was a very, very interesting session, and it ended off quite well with getting some really good news that AB Bank is actually taking on 25 interns this month. Is that this month, right?
It's this month.
So May, as in May, because May is about to finish. So are we looking at May, June, or May this month, the next week or so?
Next week, we are starting the recruitments, and then we will do a training starting 1st June, so that they can be ready to go to work in the end June.
Okay, what a
But again, during training, we are providing the same amount of money. So it's not really just training. So yes. We have to train them, and again, we have to pay them.
I mean, you look at that. You get trained and then you get money. It's wonderful.
Incredible,
So thank you.
A double win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you haven't applied to the internship program, please, right now, immediately after the session, go and apply. Thank you very much, guys. I think, yeah, and just keep following Skills Rwanda. That's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. We'll have more for you. There's a lot more interventions that the Skills Office has. Today we tackled the internship program. Next week we will inform you on those platforms what we'll be covering in the next 2 weeks. And again, thank you very much for being very good audience, and thank you for your questions and your comments and your feedback. We appreciate it, and we exist for you guys. Over to you, Lydia. And sorry, let me first give off to our panelists if they have any last words to say before we sign out. Geoffrey?
Thank you very much, Norbert. There's someone, I think I saw it in the comment concerning the eligibility, and I mentioned it, but I want also to encourage the private sector companies. Fidel gave us, of course, success stories and testimonies, how this program is supporting the AB Bank Rwanda. Actually, I may say that microfinance institutions are now aware of the program, and they have adopted the same with AB Bank Rwanda. So professional interns, please apply. We have now opportunity coming up in microfinance sector, in mining, and now in agriculture. So we have a lot for you. There is a lot of opportunity. There is also other institutions of government like Rwanda Revenue. They are also requesting a big number. We have opportunities on our table. So please, I encourage you to apply. I need professional interns and also private sector companies. I really emphasize on this. It's not only supporting the youth, mentoring the Rwandese. Actually, mentoring is a responsibility of everyone. These are our younger sisters. These are our younger brothers. These are Rwandese. Of course, I'm sure they will praise us because they are young, and of course, soon we shall be retiring. So we want to have, we need to leave one who is competent, who is able. So I encourage them to really request them, host them, train them, apart from giving them skills and knowledge required on the labor market, but also on our side, it also cost-cutting strategy of having an employee for a period of 6 months, serving your institution. It's really an ideal to private sector companies. Saving money in the recruitment process, it's really very important. Identifying good talents or high performers, high caliber younger professionals, it's really very crucial to private sector companies. So I really encourage them to come and work with us. We shall do whatever, we shall train for them if they really need so, because maybe Norbert, we recently finished trainings of around 400 in communication skills and work readiness. Those are ready to be deployed elsewhere in different institutions. So we have them ready, they are trained, they are able, they can learn quickly. So I really encourage them to use our channel to recruit the employees in their institution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Geoffrey. I think we can have some last words from Mr. Fidel. And I know, looking at the chat, Mr. Fidel, someone said you're singing the right song. I think I saw it. Yeah, I know I saw it. It's right here. You're singing a nice song, so people really appreciate it. So if you have any last words, please let us know, and then as we conclude this session.
Thank you so much, Lydia. Maybe I will try to be brief. Opportunities are there, but people have to look for it. First of all, I would appreciate the people who take their time to join us here. This is the information we are giving you. It's up to you to use the information. Again, as I said, we are recruiting 25 interns. So we want really committed interns. Those 25 interns, there is a high chance that they can get all employment contracts. It will all depend on their individual performance. If they are really committed, if they are willing to perform the job, if they are willing to learn new things and to use the skills learned during training, AB Bank is a good fit for them. So at AB Bank, we really want everyone who is committed. And again, I didn't share you with our promotion criteria. We don't promote people because of they spend a lot of time in the institutions. No, we promote people based on their individual performance. We have branch managers who joined us 2 years ago, yet we have also other people who are still on the, let's say, on the same position for more than 2 years or 3 years. So your promotion, it's all is in your hands. So you have to decide if you are going to be promoted, if you are going to get a job, a higher job, and the more you are promoted, the more the salary you are getting. So this is an opportunity for all Rwandans. So guys, we are really looking forward to receive your applications, and we want serious people. We don't want those people who don't know what they're really looking for. We want serious people. If you are serious, come to my office. I will recommend you to Geoffrey, and you will be part of these 25 interns. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Come with your thinking cap, come with your seriousness, and be ready to get employed. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, everyone. We look forward to seeing you the other Thursday. So just keep a watch, like follow Skills Rwanda everywhere. Everywhere you see Skills Rwanda, just make sure you're there, because then we will notify you when our next session is, and be ready for these great sessions where you get good information that helps you prosper. So for now, I think we'll conclude it from here. Thank you so much for staying with us. You've been a wonderful audience. We appreciate all your comments, your questions. If I didn't respond to your question, please find me on LinkedIn, and I'll make sure I find you an answer. Please send us, I know I shared the skills email. Please send us your questions, your comments and concerns, and we'll get back to you. For now, please stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Thank you very much.